Welcome to Ask the Expert with noted radio host Steve Sleeper. Each week, Steve interviews entrepreneurs and professionals and shares their intriguing stories of success and service. Now, here's radio veteran Steve Sleeper.
Our guest today is Alexander Gorman with Gorman Law in Sacramento, California. Attorney Gorman is a reliable and trusted advocate for individuals injured through no fault of their own. For over 27 years, he has been passionate about representing injured clients. I began the interview by asking Alex about himself and his firm.
My name's Alex Gorman of Gorman Law Office, and we're a boutique personal injury firm in Sacramento, and we take a variety of personal injury cases. I've been doing this for 27 years, handled many cases of different varieties, from auto accidents to slip and falls, general negligence, construction accidents, third-party accidents from work situations, and a variety of other cases. Generally, anytime someone is injured and there's a potential for liability. We have a smaller firm so that we can give personal attention to our clients.
So, Alex, let's talk about a scenario. I've been in a car accident. It wasn't my fault, okay? Why do I need an attorney to help me out with that?
The insurance company that you're going to be dealing with, whether it's your own or whether it's the person that hit you, they actually don't have your best interest in mind, particularly if it's the company for the person that hit you. And you need an attorney to keep them honest. And one of the things people ask me when I say that is, well, wait, if I hire an attorney, then aren't I going to share that money with the attorney and get less money at the end of the day? And actually, the answer is no. You will actually get more money because the pie that you'll be dividing gets much bigger once you have an attorney in the picture, because the insurance company knows that once an attorney is on the case, that the value of the case goes way up, because they know the attorney understands the value of the case. In fact, they're hoping that people don't get an attorney to help them, so they don't understand the full value of the case. Then they can make a smaller offer. The client, if they do it themselves, yes, they'll get 100% of whatever the offer is, but it'll be a small offer.
Do I understand then that personal injury lawyers work on a contingency basis?
That's correct. When a client comes in, they don't pay us any money up front. We take it on a contingency basis, as you said. And what that means is we don't get paid until there's a recovery, whether it's by settlement or judgment. The standard is that we get 33 1/3%.
What do I do if the at-fault party's insurance adjuster calls me?
You need to keep in mind that they're working for the other party, and they're also working for themselves, because their job is to pay out as little as possible. And so they're collecting information from you. And as they do that, they're trying to get information that they can use against you later. So the thing to do, first of all, is to get your own attorney, and then your attorney will deal with the insurance adjusters for you. Short of that, keep your answers short and to the point with these other insurance adjusters. Only tell them the basics and what they need to know. Don't ramble on. Don't give them extraneous information that they can use later to try to drive the settlement value down for you.
Okay, let's talk about a scenario. Guy runs the red light. I'm the only person in my car, but the at-fault party T-bones me. I feel okay. I can get out of the car and, all that. Are there some things I should do after an accident like that?
Well, first thing is to make sure that you're okay and the other person's okay. The second thing is to make sure that the police are called. If someone needs an ambulance, make sure the ambulance is called. It's always a good idea to go to the hospital and get checked out, even if you think that there's nothing wrong. A lot of injuries manifest sometimes hours later, sometimes days later, sometimes even weeks later. And the reason for that is, at the moment of an accident, the moment of impact, the body is flooded with hormones, particularly adrenaline, and it masks the pain. And so you may not feel the pain until much later. And often I have clients that they think at the scene, oh, I'm fine. And then they find out later that they're not really fine. And they go to the doctor. I had one lady who had a fractured sternum, and she thought she was okay. And then later that night, when the adrenaline wore off, she realized, hey, I think I need to go to the hospital. Now, had she gone to the hospital immediately from the accident, then it would have been better for her. So that's one of the things to keep in mind. The other thing is, make sure you get at the scene the information from the other side, insurance information, their driver's license, obviously, so that they can be identified later when you make your claims. Generally, the police will get that information, but they don't always. In fact, in recent years, I'm getting more and more people come in and tell me that the police didn't bother to do police reports. And I'm finding this strange because in past years, it was standard. They always did police reports. But these days, not so much.
How do I know if I have a case?
The best way to find out if you have a case is to have a consultation. Generally, personal injury lawyers will give you a free consultation. That's what we do. If you call our office, we will give you a free consultation either on the phone or we will have you come in and meet with us. We'll listen to all the facts, we'll look at your documents, and we will give you our opinion as to whether you have a case or whether you don't. Oftentimes, people intuitively know that they have a case when they come to us, but not always. But that's our job, to determine whether a person has a case or not. So call us and we can help you make that decision.
As we do this interview, we're about 5 months into the COVID-19 pandemic. So that leads to my next question. I'm assuming you're open right now, but how are you handling the pandemic and how do you meet with people?
Well, here in California, attorneys' offices are considered essential services. So we are open. Our building does not allow us to meet the clients inside our personal offices. However, we can meet in the conference room. So if someone wants to come in, we schedule a time in our conference room. For those that feel that they do not want to come in, which is very understandable under the circumstances, we are happy to meet on the phone or even have a video conference over Zoom or one of the other platforms and meet that way. So we have a variety of options for people, given their level of comfort, how they would like to proceed.
Is the COVID-19 pandemic, is that going to delay my claim?
Possibly, but not likely. And let me explain. The majority of cases settle without going to trial. So right there, a person's case is probably going to fall in with the vast majority. And in terms of settlement, cases that come to settlement are not going to end up, obviously, in a trial. Now, if your case is one of those that ends up in a trial, unfortunately, the courts are having issues with bringing cases to trial, and the Chief Justice of the California Supreme Court recently issued an order canceling all jury trials through the end of this year. And it's still up in the air when those trials will start again, given the ongoing nature of the situation. So if a person's case is one of those that needs to go to trial, then it's very possible that it could be delayed. It just depends on how long this goes on. But if their case is one of those that is in the settlement category, then no, it's unlikely that this situation will delay their case.
Our thanks to Alexander Gorman with Gorman Law in Sacramento, California. Call him at 916-448-1405.
Thanks for listening to Ask the Expert with Steve Sleeper. Join us next time as entrepreneurs and professionals share their intriguing stories of success and service.